Today we are finally going through my binder collection. It's been a minute since I've done this, I think a year and a half maybe. I don't feel like my collection has grown that much, but I'm not really trading at the moment, so I felt right now would be like the best time because I'm not waiting for anything. This is like the current state of my binder, so let's just jump into it. Starting off, we have Pentagon, and I collect OT 10, 9, however you feel about it. Anything that has Dawn a part of, I'm collecting him. I think I finished all but one photo card of his. I forget. Clearly we're looking at it now, but I'm very happy with my Pentagon collection. I feel like I could be doing a lot more since they haven't really had a comeback in a long time, but I love looking at this binder. It's pretty easy to collect them, not really trading wise, but they're like pretty cheap on Buy and like Pokemarket. So every now and then I'll hit, that's like the one, well, not one, but that's like one of the earlier photo cards that I have fully completed. But yeah, I started collecting Pentagon during the Black Hole era. I was only a Shin 1 collector at the time. I only pulled Yo 1, my curse. I still think I kind of pull him a lot to this day. But yes, I finally have all of Shin 1's cards. I was missing a demo 2, and I finally got it off Pokemarket for a really good price. And yeah, now I'm just like going with the flow. Obviously, there's some expensive members that I'm not kind of willing to pay the price. And a lot of the earlier albums are also a little bit expensive because there's two different printings with the photo cards. I forget which one's which, but one press has like rounded photo cards and the other one's square. I really don't care about them as long as I have like a completed collection. I'm not too worried about it. Now, I don't exactly remember when I decided to collect Pentagon as a whole, but I think it was the Width era is when I decided. Love or Take, I was too far gone at that point. I bought 24 copies of that album because Cube decided they were going to do 3 versions, and each version a member was going to have their own member cover. So one member got 3 covers. It was a dark time, but I was able to collect everything and not have to buy photo cards, which I think in the end became cheaper, and it supported Pentagon. So I think that's how the math works. I fully collected Kino's solo. This one I was a little worried, and wasn't not sure if I was gonna fully collect, but I was able to find like a few of the last minute things. This is my miscellaneous page. I have a signed Shin 1 Polaroid. It was way so expensive. I've never spent anything like that before, but I was like feeling a silly goofy mood. And that last page is like my tour page from when I saw them in Dallas, Texas with my bestie. It was a good time. I kind of did that for like some artists, but I haven't done it like a lot since. Next up, we have the infamous Monster X binder. It's so full, but I took stuff out and I don't know how like everything even fit in there. I collect OT7/OT6 and 10 solos, so it's not something that could really fit in one binder. I was delusional. I thought I could make it work. I thought I could keep the whole Monster X collection and 10 solo in there, but alas, reality has caught up with me, and I ended up moving 10 into his own binder. That didn't even make a dent, and I moved OT6 into their own binder, and yet somehow it's still not enough. So I think I'm gonna have to do an inclusions binder. It's a lot. Yeah, I don't really know. I started collecting Monster X. I I don't really know when, to be honest. We Are Here was my first album I ever bought. I bought it at Zia's, like, in person. It was a good time. It was a really, really good time. I just kept what I pooled, and then along the way, because I really wanted to collect Monster X, but I never wanted to just collect one member. I couldn't get rid of their photo cards, so I was like, clearly, we are just gonna collect the whole group. So I haven't really made too much leeway on Monster X. They have a lot of photo cards. A lot of photo cards. I collect quite a few groups, so although Monster X is, they're one of my ults, it's not on the top priority list. So this is kind of where the binder gets a little messy. Well, kind of, because like these eras are now moved to an A5 wide binder. I just kept like random sets in here and large inclusions. I didn't want to move that over to the A5, but this is yeah, it needs to be cleaned. That is one thing I didn't do. I didn't I didn't organize the binders before this. Should I have? Yeah. Did I? Clearly not. But we have some full collections here. We have the Dreaming. I went to the pop-up shop while I was in LA. That was a fun experience. I went with my other best friend. We went to go see Ensign Sayabra, and it just so happened that the Monster X pop shop lined up with the day we were leaving. So I was like, hey, let's go swing by like right before we go and get some stuff. So it was nice. I got this is like the group page. Some of their older albums had group photo cards, so they kind of just matched up on a page, and it worked very well. And then that's my VIP stuff. I saw them in Texas, hence the Juhan cowboy sticker. And then I saw them at the Staples Center. And then this is just like really miscellaneous stuff. I love that Juhan photo card. Some collaborations, some FanCon stuff. Honestly, they were just stuff that I found on Instagram that I was like, that's cute, I want it. But that was like before I seriously started collecting other groups, so I was more flexible with myself. Like if a card looked cute, I was just gonna buy it. And then that's a fan-made project. I forget what it was for. I think it was to buy All About Love. I bought a keychain, and they gave you like an official photo card from the album, and then they made fan-made stuff. I thought it was cute, because that was a stressful time. So Mom Bebe were just wanting to like show their support, that it was still there. So up next is our one-hole binder. He looks so good in 6 pocket pages because each version of his album has 6 photo cards. So I struggle with his collection. I don't know how to explain it, but it's one of the collections where I'm always on the fence about, because he's a solo artist and it's really hard to collect all of his photo cards because they only include 1 photo card per album. So in order to have like enough to trade, you gotta buy quite a bit of albums, or you have to pay to like get the photo card. So I'm always back and forth with myself if I want to collect him fully or if I just want to collect some things. The first comeback, Love Synonym, I collected that fully, and that's my fan kit stuff, my fan club photo cards, which I really think is cute. So I just go back and forth with his collection. It's on pause right now. I really should look into it more while he's enlisted, but I just moved him into this binder and I'm feeling pretty good about it. I also just moved Monster X into this binder as well. I took off the elastic. I know you guys just saw this stuff too. I'm so sorry. I just forgot. I took off the elastic and the backboard that goes on the front because I didn't like the way that the pages were kind of popping up. So I just put the backboard in one hose binder so nothing curled up or anything. So yeah, I talked about this collection in my last video, so I'll try not to go too much in depth with these 2 binders. My Monster X this one. I went on Poke Market because I saw Dreamcatcher was just added, and somehow I ended up in the Monster X section, and I found quite a few photo cards that were like $1 to $2, which is a great deal considering Poke Market, they're like tested and they're supposed to be all official. So I don't know if I should treat myself and like buy some photo cards or if I should just not do that. But if I do make a Poke Market order, I am eyeing a lot of Monster X because I think Poke Market is probably a really good place to do that. Moving on to binders that you did not see last week, we have our boy group binder. This has VAV, TXT, I don't remember who else, but I am so excited that my Spotlight collection is completed. I'm so sorry to yell. I've been working on VAV since I don't know. I don't know if I was collecting them fully when I first started my binders, but Spotlight was a collection that I really, really had like come to terms with thinking that I was never gonna have completed because they were so expensive. It's an out of print album. It's hard to find, but I did it. And if you noticed, I am up to date up until Subconscious. Obviously, it's their newest album, but I love it. I think I'm gonna go back and try to collect their Season's Greetings. They've only had one Season's Greetings before, and I didn't really collect it because at the time it was expensive, but I've kind of seen stuff popping up here and there, and I'm thinking I might want to do that. But I love this collection. It's beautiful. I'm very proud of it, and they're coming to Arizona in January. I've been waiting for them to tour, and the fact that they're coming to Arizona honestly feels really good, and so I'm very excited to go see them again, and I think I'm gonna bring my bestie. But quickly moving on, we are in the TXT section. I collect Bumgu and Taehyun. I feel like I'm very on and off with this collection. For the most part, it's really completed. I feel like the last two comebacks have been a little slacking, especially Temptation era. I never even posted my stuff for trade and sales, so she's kind of stagnant at the moment, and that's quite unfortunate since they're having a comeback in like 2 weeks. Oh my gosh, I just realized they're coming back on the 13th. That's gonna be a busy day. VAV is coming back, or not VAV, TXT is coming back, VAV tickets go on sale, and I'm gonna go see Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour movie in theaters. That's gonna be so exciting. I've been making friendship bracelets all day. That is not part of this, so I'm gonna derail myself, or I'm gonna put myself back on the track before I derail myself. So yeah, I don't really have much for the boy group binder. I think I really should add Stray Kids in it, but onto a binder that is extremely large, the girl group binder. They need to be separated, and I have an empty binder. I just don't have the space for them. So until then, the binders are just gonna be big. I collect Leah. I pretty much have a completed collection for her up until Kill My Doubt / like the Lost Era Checkmate, I think. I forget. I'm blanking. And I occasionally collect 1 to 2 sets of the other members depending on how many extra photo cards I have, or if like there's pre-order benefits from Target, I'll buy 5 albums so I can have everybody's. I love this this collection. I know I say that about all my collections, but I guess like you really gotta love your collections if you're gonna collect. But Leah, she's fun to collect. I love her photo cards. I love Itzy. I've said it before that it's kind of like a dream to collect OT5. I haven't made that jump yet because I just don't... I'm not ready for that kind of commitment. I really want to catch up on a lot of my collections before I expand. That's why I haven't really picked up any new groups. But honest, Itzy is like at the top Once I feel like I'm at a space where like I'm good or like I just need something new, Itzy's gonna be that new group. And I'm gonna put them in one of those 10 pocket pages and the photo cards are gonna look so good. It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. I love these pages as well. I'm missing Yuna. I have 2 Yejis and a Leah to trade for it, but I can't find Yuna. This is where I'll explain what I'm doing here. I think I just lined up the photo cards wrong. I thought I was missing something and I couldn't figure it out, but I updated my templates because I'm gonna repost like my trade and sales. So yeah, I also set up Kill My Doubt before filming this video, so it's really up to date. Those the postcards, they're so cute. I love them. Now going on to Blackpink. We have Jisoo's collection, which I don't know if it's just because like I've been out of the game collecting Jisoo, but I have not touched her solo or what was it called? The Pink Venom? Oh no, oh no. Please don't come for me. I forgot the album title. But these are all the stuff I have collected. I have like some solo stuff just bundled together. I didn't collect anybody's solos fully, but yeah. Look, I'm almost done with it. Born Pink. Born Pink. That's what it is. I'm almost finished with it, so I don't know why I just haven't like fully completed it. I looked at the photo cards that I'm missing on Pokemarket, and to be honest, they're quite expensive. I know it's Blackpink, so I'm used to it, but they're like a lot more expensive than what I remember. Moving on to another very uncompleted collection is Dreamcatcher. I collect Dami, and sometimes she's really easy to collect, sometimes not so much. I feel like I get a lot of duplicate photo cards, so sometimes it's hard to trade. A lot of times I just can't find trades, but I love their photo cards. Dami's photo cards are so pretty. I do collect some random sets if I have extra photo cards. That's kind of like the theme that I have going on. If I have extras, I like to trade them instead of just selling, because I like to see like a variety of members. I know like that defeats the whole purpose, like then why don't you keep what you pull, but it's what I do. Oh, I don't want to look at this. This is why I'm not collecting any new groups. I thought I was ready to collect new groups and I was going to start with aespa, with Ning Ning, but I haven't really done much, clearly. Now moving on to our miscellaneous binders. You can see that it's pretty big for a miscellaneous binder. This is AT's starting off clearly. This is the binder that I collect all versions of the albums, but I just keep who I pull or what I pull. So there's no like actual collection going on in here. It's just my pulls from the albums. So sometimes they're in version order, sometimes they're just in like fan chant order. So I'm so sorry if this really bothers you, but that's the vibe that's going on in here because I like that sometimes. Yeah, I have the new one. I don't like that last page. That's their perfume, and then that's my ticket from when I saw them in concert along with freebies. How cute. Next we have Twice, who's kind of a group that I think should be in the girl group binder because like I'm kind of collecting them. Kind of. I really started off just wanting to keep my pools. However, like I love Twice and their photo cards are stunning. Honestly, part of the reason why this binder is so big is because I am a fool that puts all of the pre-order benefits in there. So towards like the later part of the collection, I stopped doing that. But now I just collect a set or two depending on how many photo cards you get. Usually I could collect about 2 full sets of the group. So I just pick like 2 concepts that I really love and that's what I do. I haven't done that for the other older albums and I haven't gone back to collect a lot of the older stuff. It's kind of on my goal, but I haven't really, like, since I finished collecting Monsta X, like, fully, I haven't really gone back to buy other groups' older albums. It's something I kind of want to do, but it's really hard because there's always a comeback coming around. There's always stuff to collect. So albums aren't really like that high on my priority list anymore, unfortunately. Also, I thought I wanted to collect everybody's solos, but I only collected Nion's because hers was the first one to come out, and I didn't even finish it. So I have not like gotten anybody else's. I'm sorry. Now we're moving on to Stray Kids, and Stray Kids, I fear, is gonna be a group that I end up collecting OT8 for. Currently, in like the newer eras, I collect Changbin, Sangmin, and IN, but as you can see, I have not gone back to do anything with my old photo cards, like collecting them wise, because I really love the old photo cards. Some of those, like I got for a Christmas gift, so like I feel a little bit more sentimental to them. Um, yeah, I mean, I guess I know it doesn't really make too much sense because the current albums I've been trading off the cards anyways, but I really think like I'm gonna be headed towards Stray Kids and ITZY. I for sure see myself collecting the full group, and that scares me. Although I've seen quite a few people say that it's been easy to get some of the Stray Kids like collections completed, so not too sure. Also, this back half, very messy. I dread it every time I flip through. And then these are the Polaroids that I got from seeing them. They came to Arizona. I missed the opening of the show just for these Polaroids. It's not my proudest moment, but I secured the goods. And that's all I wanted the whole time. But I did miss the opening, and that was quite unfortunate. Now moving on to Miscellaneous 2 binder. This one I feel really is a miscellaneous binder. This just has groups that I at one point thought I was wanting to collect, or I had a small collection of them because they didn't have a lot of comebacks, or they didn't have enough photo cards to really give them a spot somewhere else. Please ignore that this says EXO and we're moving on to EXID slash like CLC. I moved EXO back and I just never moved the filler page with them. So yeah, this binder, she's kind of sad. She's kind of in a way a graveyard or like a time capsule of my old collecting past. Obviously there's some new stuff in here, the BTS stuff, it's kind of new. I don't collect them, and there wasn't enough space for them in like the first miscellaneous binder, and I haven't gone back to like actually collecting all versions of their albums, so they're just gonna sit here. EXO, I cannot part ways with EXO. This is me realizing that the filler is back there and EXO's over here, but I was too lazy to even move it. But yeah, the only thing that kind of has like a good size collection is GOT7 back here, but GOT7, they don't really have comebacks as GOT7 anymore, so they're just kind of in this binder existing strictly because of that. At one point I did want to collect GOT7, but I could never figure out. Also, I hate these pages because they could never, those pictures always move around. I don't have a 4-pocket page that like actually fits them. I think Meow Cafe would probably have some, but it's okay. It's fine. But yeah, I at one point really wanted to collect them. I wanted to go hard on their last comeback under JYP because I just didn't know if they were actually gonna like have any comebacks. But I didn't. I think it was a little too hard to collect, and at the time I wasn't really too into it. But I love the GOT7 collection. I wish more for this binder, and there's been collections that I have sold, but like these groups, I can't bring it within myself to like sell or like list to trade. So it's just like my little time capsule of what used to be or what could have been. It's a little somber when you think about it. But I do still love those groups. I still love them. I just don't buy their albums because other people have more comebacks. Now, moving on to One We. I collect OT5. Please ignore this. The first page is Meow Cafe's pockets, and I only tested it for a TikTok, and then didn't go back to I didn't go back to update the binder with these because I got these pages off AliExpress because at the time, like, nobody had 10 pocket pages except AliExpress that I found off of TikTok. But I hate them. I don't know if I hate the pages or I just hate this binder, but it's so hard to flip pages. I think with the Meow Cafe, it was kind of also a little hard. This binder, she's not really. I don't like her. I think eventually I'll get the Meow Cafe binder, and I think hopefully it'll like flip through a lot easier. But my One Wee binder, she's looking very bare. I do collect the inclusions. However, these pages, I absolutely also hate them. They're like side loading, but they're very loose. So when I put the larger inclusions for some of the stuff in there, they were like sliding around or falling out whenever I was turning a page. So I stuck them in a drawer and I haven't like done anything with them. But I ordered some stuff from Meow Cafe and they kind of fit a lot nicer. So one day I'll update this binder, but until then, this is the current stuff. I also have Kia's solo, but I never made a spot for it. And this is just my miscellaneous, like, pre-order benefits along with like the units from one album that doesn't fit right in anything. But yeah, that's a quick flip through of my collection. I wanted to do it as a voiceover. I know that's typically how my videos are anyways, but I wanted to make it this way because if I was in person talking like in these moments, this video would be so long and I just don't really like that. So this kind of keeps me on pace to talk about things and I don't go on about random stuff that probably nobody cares about. But yeah, I really love these binders. I love my collection. In the next few days, I'm probably going to be listing a bunch of photo cards for trade and sales. All my wish lists are updated. So if you want to trade or sell or buy, if you want to trade or buy things, I'll have a bunch of new stuff listed. I have TXT, Dreamcatcher, basically anybody you saw here besides the miscellaneous 2 binder, I have stuff for trade and sell. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed and I will see you next time. Bye.